Is it going to be worth it to buy Modern Horizons 2, or will it be a bust? It's going to be worth it. Alright, that's the end of the video. Okay, now I'll get into some specifics as to why I believe that Modern Horizons 2 is going to be a good set. Well, let's start with just the few amount of spoilers that we have already got for the set. So we all know they're going to bring back the fetch lands, but they also have the old border style onto the fetch lands as well, which is a really cool concept because a lot of people who are playing Legacy, they use the old Onslaught fetch lands and that, and if you actually want like a nice looking aesthetic for your deck, I think that's a really cool place to start. My only concern is that now that they've kind of opened up Pandora's box with Time Spiral Remastered, where they had the old border cards reprinted in there, it's going to be one of those things where are we going to be seeing these, more frequently? And that, kind of makes a wash out of the whole situation where something that was cool and collectible is going to be kind of common, like a lot of the showcase cards that they have in a lot of their standard sets. Now, other reasons why I think Modern Horizons 2 is going to be a great set. So, if you look at the price points right now for any of these summer sets, they tend to actually hold a higher value as time goes on. Now, what do I mean by summer sets? So you have like a lot of standard sets that are released, between January to about May, and then you have September onward, and then they'll have the rest of the standard sets for the year. Usually they like to break it up with some form of a summer set, to kind of like get other players drafting, get a lot of reprints going into these sets, and that's actually one of the things I want to talk about. So a lot of summer sets, what actually makes them hold value is that they have powerful or needed reprints in them. So when we go back, let's think, okay, summer sets. So here's the first one I wanted to talk about, Conspiracy. That came out in June 2014. Now, Conspiracy, if you look at the market price right now for them on eBay, these boxes are selling for a decent amount of money, still holding that value compared to a lot of standard sets in the similar era. So Conspiracy Take the Ground, that was such a success that they ended up doing a part 2, and this one actually is even better, had better reprints in it, and the booster boxes are selling for a higher price, even though it was released 2 years later. Now, let's go 2 years into the future again. Battle Bond, fantastic set. They brought in a lot of good reprints as well, like Academy Rector. So you also had Doubling Season. So powerful reprints for Commander, but also it made for a very fun draft experience. And this was also a good summer set. It was received very well in the secondary market. Then you look at Modern Horizons, the first one, which is obviously the birth of this series coming into Modern Horizons 2. Now, right now, that one, they did have a second print run for that. So there was more of those on the market, but it got gobbled up so fast that the prices are actually holding very stable and they're on the upswing right now. And then Jumpstart, and that was from July 2020, another summer set that's doing very well in the secondary market. Remember when these boxes originally came to market, all the pre-order prices, at least in stores around me, they're actually cheaper. So stores were getting them for cheaper if they can get their hands on them. Obviously, there was a lot of disruptions in the supply chain, but the stores that ended up getting them, they were sold out so quickly. And for where I got them, it was about $120 a booster box. And now, like, the American prices are close to $200 in some places, but usually can go all the way down to like 130-ish, but that's US dollars, so that's about 160 as the cheapest price Canadian to 200, 220-ish. So that just came out a year ago, and if you look at the prices and how much it's actually been going up, and it's starting to stabilize, but again, very profitable sets. I think they're good to invest in. Now, will it be worth it from a playing standpoint? I don't know. Modern Horizons 2 was pretty fun. It had a lot of great tribal synergy, brought back slivers. We could be seeing slivers again in Modern Horizons 2, but we do know we're going to get some reprints from tribal cards, like, the squirrel theme. And it's funny because we just got Swarmyard reprinted in Time Spiral Remastered, so hopefully you didn't sell those, because I think they're going to continue to go up because of cards like Liege of the Hollows, which has also been going up. A reserve list card that's going to be very good in tribal squirrels, slivers. I'm already thinking about slivers because that's a possible tribe we could be seeing as well in Modern Horizons 2. Now, summer sets in general, they're not as print to demand as standard sets are. There is no secondary component like MTG Arena. They don't have as much of a supply for these sets, which is actually why they're such good long-term holds, I believe, and they're very investable as especially sealed product. So that's what I wanted to bring to light. So you think about Battle Bond, think about how quickly that rose in price because there just wasn't that amount of supply that you would be getting for any of these standard sets, like Kaldheim or even Strixhaven, the last set we just got. So these are some things I wanted to bring to your attention if you're someone who's looking to buy a few boxes, to sit on them, let them age, let them, increase slowly over time, and slow and steady will always win the race, especially with the summer sets. That's my opinion personally, but also I wanted to show you some data to prove my point. Anyways, I hope you found this video informative. Why don't you hit that like button, let me know what your favorite summer set was down in the comments below, and also let me know if you think that I'm wrong, if you think that actually Modern Horizons 2 is going to be trash, you think it's going to be an awful set to hold long term. I would love to hear your thoughts below as well on that, if that's your opinion. Okay, anyways, I will see you in the next video, and enjoy the rest of your day. Being a patron will help me produce more market movers and add to the funds that I will use for my random buys, and also to my coffee fund, because I drink a lot of coffee for these videos. And here you can see a link below in the description that will give you all the tiers and what you get in each tier. So I hope you guys click and think about joining. And with that, I'll see you next video. Think about supporting the channel in that way. If not, subscribe, like, leave a comment, and I will see you again in the next video.